This is not going to be easy, but we'll make him talk. Torture, blackmail, bribery, whatever it takes.
He's going to steal all the gold in Fort Knox.
Well, that was easy.
That's what you're talking about, right? The Forge Porous heist? More money in there than a Somali daycare. Lot of gold in Fort Stocks. I mean, Snort Fox. I mean, Sports Rocks. No, I mean, you know the thing.
So it's a heist.
Was that supposed to be a secret?
Oh yeah, that's a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Okay, Joe. Sure thing. See you soon, buddy.
Did somebody say secrets? You would not believe how much money I stole through Ukraine. And you didn't really think I got 80 million votes, did you? And wait till you hear what really happened to Barack's personal chef. Tell him the big guy sent you.
All right, team, listen up. Forge Porous is planning to steal all the gold in Fort Knox.
Wasn't there supposed to be an audit of Fort Knox back in, like, February?
Who the hell is this guy?
That's Christopher Coles, the YouTuber known as Mr. Reagan.
Mr. Reagan. Okay. What's your superpower, kid?
I'm, lucky.
Everything seems to turn out okay when he's around, sir. Statistically impossible success rate. We ran the numbers.
Okay. He can stay.
To Mr. Reagan's point, we actually did the audit, sir. Contrary to online conspiracy theorists, we've actually increased our gold supply. 29,000 metric tons, about 80% of all global monetary gold.
80%? How is that possible?
That seems pretty good.
The reason we didn't publicize the findings is that we don't actually want foreign governments to know this. If they knew how much gold we're sitting on...
We'd have every country in the world trying to take it.
Exactly.
Probably China. I just like saying that word, China.
So Porous isn't just trying to steal some gold, he's trying to steal most of the gold.
Better call in some of the others for backup. Hey, pilot, you'd better step on it. We've got to save Fort Knox.
Will our heroes reach Fort Knox in time? Can they stop the diabolical scheme of Forge Porous? Subscribe to the Mr. Reagan YouTube channel to find out in the next pulse-pounding adventure.
Yo, 1 2 1 2. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, man. We back at it. All right. I see a couple of y'all in here. What up, Woody? All right. I'm gonna hang out for a while. Probably be here for an hour or something. I want to go through some stuff. Oh man, I'm finally settled. I'm back in Colombia. Finally settled in. Took me a couple days to get settled in. Uh, after the Sunday show, but man, let's go. Let's go through some stuff. Um, this is a random joint, but I got a bunch of shit lined up. Let's do this. It's winter time. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Winter is coming, and winter is officially here because every place is snowed in over in the states. And last time we took the tally, it was close to 400,000 black women that lost their jobs. But we got new numbers. Let's do it. We got new numbers. They saying it's a million. A million Keishas done lost their jobs. And the economy, in this new economy, they not getting no love. So let's start off with this.
Well, I need you gone by 4 p.m. This is too much. This is not being professional. You gotta leave.
Would you feel? How would you feel? It's personal. That make you feel like you small. The party on Saturday. You want to control everything.
Do not understand why it's so damn hard to get a job. Like, this is people's livelihoods.
I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna sleep in my car.
Today, after 24 years.
1 million black women have lost their jobs.
Am I supposed to take care of my kids and myself and my cats if I cannot find a job?
Has the best podcast, but he literally said,
Yo, shout out to More Than Life. This is his channel. That's a brother in the Philippines, but I think we even clipped him up a couple times for the clip shows we used to do. He said, "Sir, I got 24 hours to answer your meme. Let me check out your meme. I'll repost it. I'll check your joint out after I get off the stream." But the Keishas is out here hurting. I didn't know. It says there it is. There's not a middle class anymore. Over 1 million black women have lost their jobs in 2025. Trump administration coming down hard, not showing no mercy.
over 1 million black women have lost their jobs in America. Good. And you guys do know there's not a middle class.
Of labor statistics released this week showing some staggering numbers in unemployment. The latest data finds that despite a job opportunity increase, nearly 700,000 women are still missing from the workforce. And for Black women, the unemployment has surged to roughly 7.5%, outpacing the broader workforce and sounding an alarm for the U.S. labor market.
So today is my first day being unemployed, and I got notice I was being laid off while on parental leave.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, the last day of my parental leave was also the last day of my employment yesterday. And while I could say a lot about how I feel, I want to focus on a much broader issue, one that I am now a part of. Since this year, over 300,000 Black women have been pushed out of the workforce, and that is across corporate.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all have noticed, I don't need a man, I'm strong and independent posts have been like at an all-time low across all social media platforms. Between a million job losses, chicks living in their cars, and this winter storm.
Federal and nonprofit sector. Men, on the other hand, have gained more than 600,000 jobs.
You heard that? Men have gained jobs, while Keisha has lost 1 million because and Karen's is losing their jobs too, but Keisha's have lost the most jobs. Their unemployment rates are going through the roof.
So I was laid off today after 24 years. Spent
Laid off after 24 years. She got that strong I don't need a man face.
I got laid off from Amazon 2 weeks ago today. I received an email at like 5:48.
Who laid her hair off? That haircut is crazy.
a.m. in the morning saying, unfortunately, your role has been eliminated. Honestly, just like the biggest shock and biggest wake-up call for myself.
I got off my corporate job. Yep. I've been working here 3 years and, you know.
People would say, listen, these aren't 700,000 women who are just missing or electing to leave the workforce. Most of them were fired or pushed out, right? Is that what you would say?
Absolutely. That's exactly what we've seen. So when we look at since the pandemic, 700,000 women overall are missing from the labor force. And in that same...
Damn. Trump only been in office for a year. Them federal job cuts and companies bringing on AI and trimming the fat. We see who the essential workers are. Yo, what up, 𝐷𝐿𝐒? What up, y'all? Yo, we trying to have a little fundraiser for the channel, man. We jammed up a little bit. I posted something in the Patreon and in the members section.
In time frame where 6 million women have actually become eligible to participate in the labor force. So reasonably, you would think that their labor force participation should increase, but that's not what we're seeing. And just since February, we've seen almost 100,000 men join the labor force. So you're talking about not a personal choice, you're talking about structural exclusion.
So why are women, you think, being affected at this level? And do you think that it seems that they're being specifically targeted?
So today I woke up and, well, went to work, and I've been working from home for the last 5 years at this company, actually. We had a lot of job cuts. I have been blessed enough to make it through a lot of them throughout the years based on performance and things of that nature. Or just, yeah. They've chosen to keep me or keep my team or whatever the case may be. But this time around, me and my department, majority of my department, I don't know if it's everyone, but it was a vast majority of us in that call that they decided they were going to let us go because pretty much the company's kind of going under. Like, with their, I have been getting asked, like, how do I feel? How do I feel? I feel fine. I feel fine. I guess it's just because in the back of my mind, I already knew it was something that was coming. Whether it was going to happen next year, around April when I was planning to do it myself, but I knew that this chapter of my life was coming to the end. Like
It's been 3 weeks since I've been laid off my $156K cybersecurity job, and let me tell you, I was not ready for this. I didn't post my update right away because I've honestly been very sad about it, and I'm the type of person that doesn't like change, mostly because I high key a control freak. And
well, you know, a lot of what's happening, I know with Amazon, AI, I know even with cybersecurity, AI, things, different jobs like that, even
Shout out to Theo. That's where he's telling everybody go in the cloud.
with computers, AI, right? Factory jobs, that was Amazon, AI. AI is taking over a lot of things. And what's happening, I said it before, when it does take over, you have to learn the skills, learn how to control AI and on a mass scale. What do I mean? For instance, I'm using a system right now where you can have 70 agents. Yes. It has a code where you tell it, give me this in the morning. I need you to give me a YouTube script every morning about this. And you teach it, it'll do it for you. Another one, that's an employee. And then another one will do something else for me. And then another one will book my schedule for me. And then another one will do this certain thing for me. So think about it. If I have 70 agents.
Anyone else glean from these numbers we're seeing?
Well, there's two things that are happening. One of the things that we know from the numbers is that because Black women sit at the intersection of gender and race, they tend to be the first impacted, but they really are the signal for the entire economy. And we have seen that. The other piece is that they're
That's another piece of that propaganda they be feeding Keisha, because they sit at the intersection of gender and race. No, it's because they are primarily employed in jobs that are non-essential. They're not in STEM. Majority of them were being employed by the federal government. Yo, the Keisha Industrial Complex, the subsidizing of the Keisha Industrial Complex, those days are over. That's what it's about. Those days are over. That's what it's about. No News said it right. Keisha getting beat on the job market. The DEI safety net is done. Welcome to walking the tightrope like black men. Yeah, you see all this DEI stuff. It's not affecting black men like that. Like I said, black men's employment rate is up, and like I said, between the brothers going into tech and STEM and all the blue collar brothers, contract and employment and trucking and stuff like that, the essentials, those essential blue collar jobs, HVAC, welding, we gonna be all right. Keisha taking L's left and right. Like I said, we seeing a downtick in the number of these I'm strong, independent black women. I don't need no man posts all across social media, especially during this snowstorm. I've been seeing especially trending on TikTok is all that. I was wrong about needing a man while they outside trying to shovel their cars out of the snow.
labor force, it doesn't just impact black women. Their forced labor force exits this year alone have cost us $9.2 billion in GDP growth. So you're talking about impacts to Social Security, Medicare, the solvency of banks, the solvency of insurers. This will impact everybody.
So we are being kicked out of our apartment. Feels like rent just goes up and pay goes down or stays the same. And I've been doing this for years, and it's just gotten so hard. And I feel like I have failed my kids, and I'm not sure where I'm going to go, but they're going to go to their grandmother's. I don't know. I guess I'm going to sleep in my car until I figure out what I'm going to do, because I don't have money for a hotel or anything like that. I spent it all on the car parts. I think I'll have maybe like $25, to my name afterwards. So that's not enough for a room.
They say the revolution will not be televised. That used to be a popular old saying. The downfall of the Keisha Industrial Complex will be televised on social media. Pay attention, boys.
So I'm not really sure. Hopefully my car is running tonight. Maybe I could just lay the seats back in there, and I could use my blankets or something and sleep in there. Obviously I don't even know. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. So there's that.
3 things I wish I would have known while being homeless. Number 1, always keep a car. If you keep a car, you technically have somewhere to stay, and you don't have to worry about sleeping on the streets. Number 2, never just go with anyone because they said that they're going to help you.
Yo, sleeping in cars is going to be the new trending on TikTok in the near future, bro.
I'm too trustworthy. And number 3, I'm still trusting in God. So I'm going to continue to trust in God because He's keeping me. So just follow this journey, because this journey is different from my first journey. Definitely different.
Yeah, man, that's sad, but life goes on. And
right now, I'm just literally drowning. And it's like, I know God hasn't forgotten about me. I'd be like, dang, but you doing up there, big dog? Like, speed it up a little bit. You know, like, I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna be good, but I'm gonna definitely cry about it first. Like, I even started a nonprofit to help other women, you know, who might be unemployed or other people.
Facts. There you go. There it is right there. 𝐷𝐿 said, it's never about keeping it. That's a whole fact, though.
Emotional damage.
Yo, we gonna like I said, it's being televised on social media, man. We're gonna see a lot. This is just a little compilation of More to Life put together, but you're gonna see a lot more of this on social media.
I'm sorry, I don't want to misgender anyone or their pronouns, but like if you bleed, I started a nonprofit to help you with get the hygiene supplies that you need. It's like I'm trying to like even still just be community forward because I know it's bigger than me. And I always be thinking like, dang, my situation could be so much worse. But even looking at it like that, I'm like, my situation is still pretty worse for what I've been going through. And I've just been praying to get out of this for so long. And yes, I understand that things are going to be okay. They are. Like, I know it. But I thought I had no more tears to cry. I thought I was cried out. But it's just something about getting another notification. Like, oh, another one. It's like, sometimes you just can't even fake it. You can't even fake it. Because it hurts that bad. Like, I'm drowning. I'm literally drowning. And I thank God for my support system. My man, my mom, my family, my best friends. But, oh my goodness.
Y'all know the reason. The reason because 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris and not Donald Trump. So they know who the backbone of the Democratic Party is. So they targeting black women by laying them off using DEI, shit like that.
Look at that. What do we got? Another old ninja.
On the lowest level possible.
I don't want to talk to that. I'm done with that. If you put me back in there, you're going to put me in handcuffs. I don't want to talk to her. But it ain't nothing to talk about. And then you could have took me and I would have went politely.
It's a big bag. It said woman makes her day 10 times worse after getting fired.
I don't want to give her a reason to say anything.
Hey,
so we know each other, right? You know me. We've talked to each other for however many months.
I'm about to go. Can I just go?
You can't right now.
I'm about to go. She want me off her property. I'm about to go.
No, but right now I have to talk to you and I have to talk to
Man,
her.
hey, listen, ain't nothing to talk about at this point. I just want to go. You come to my house.
Look, I know where you stay, but let's just keep it on the lowest level possible. If this
I don't want to talk to that. I'm done with that. If you put me back in there, you're going to put me in handcuffs. I don't want to talk to her. But it ain't nothing to talk about. That lady standing there and she getting a... How the would you feel if you was in a position and somebody laughed at you from letting you go? That set me off.
You want to talk where she can't...
No, that. You hear what I said? Right. How would you feel? How would you feel? It's personal. That make you feel like you small. First of all, something. I had a party on Saturday. You wanted to control everything. Yes, you said it was too much noise. You had an issue about the hookah, but you can't have a party.
Yo, shout out to 𝐷𝐿, man. He said Cash App incoming, man. Appreciate you, bro. Lucky, I know we're trying to raise some money for the channel, man. We in a bit of a jam up. But let's do some drops.
We got more pricing games coming up in the second half of the show. Don't go away, folks. We got more pricing games coming up in the second half of the show. Don't go away, folks. We got more pricing games coming up.
Yo, appreciate you, 𝐷𝐿. Let's get back to Keisha crashing out real quick.
Talking about people smoking hookah when you're a property manager, you smoke cigarette. It's the same. You feel me? We had a DJ. You had an issue with that. Okay. You came and talked to me on Saturday, and everything you asked me to do, I did that.
Yeah,
just now from the office of the computer, all I want to do is I got personal stuff on it. Yeah. I just wanted to delete my personal. You snatched the laptop from me, and I told you to snatch it from me. Yeah. Like, don't play with me. Don't be fucking rude because you got the upper hand right now. Right. Don't because I'm about to slap you. Don't do that.
Talking about in there, not me. We're good.
Like, don't do that. You don't want nobody to touch you. Don't antagonize me to touch you.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody, you have something and somebody snatch it from you, sir, what you gonna do? You gonna feel away, right? Take the police out of it, the humans out of it. You gonna be mad, right?
I understand, man.
Yeah, like don't do that. You poking the wound already there, and you saying look, and you doing look, and I'm just supposed to take that. Nah, damn it, you already know how I run. I ain't like that.
Is specifically for you. Are you aware that the U.S. economy added 177,000 jobs last month in the month of April? Well, this sounds like great information. Good news for the economy. As a matter of fact,
Look, what you saw just now is one of the reasons why. It's not because of Trump. It's because they're hard to work with. I saw a video of a girl at a gas station. She got fired. And then she starts counting her drawer. Like, just leave, right? This lady carrying on. So many other ladies lose their mind from the smallest things. Look, there's a reason why men date out. There's a reason.
That's facts. That is definitely facts. Oh, no news said right behind you. Yo, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you. Yo, shout out to No News, man. Appreciate y'all helping us raise some funds for the channel. 𝐷𝐿𝐿, man. Thanks for that big cash app, man. We need that.
I analyzed videos of over 100 instances of Superman catching people falling from buildings. Superman dips 30% more to cushion the blow of white people than he does blacks. This is a clear indication of implicit bias. There's no way around it. Superman is racist.
What they neglected to tell you is that the white individuals all fell from skyscrapers. The black individuals fell from smaller buildings, on average, experiencing significantly lower velocities.
And why does Superman live in Metropolis, the city with the lowest crime rate in America? Because it's also the city with the whitest population in America.
To heck with this. I'm moving to Poland.
Mr. Reagan.
𝐷𝐿𝐿, yes, sir. I did get both cash apps, man. I appreciate you. That $50 cash app, man. That hit big right now. I'm gonna be streaming more during the week, man, while we trying to raise some funds for the channel. We need it by February. But hold on, let me play the last end of this, and then I want to get into, they raided Fulton County, Fani Willis. So I want to cover that too. Yo, slowly but surely, man, Trump making his way down, getting to all his enemies, man. Let's your boy Waltz caught a bad one. He's not running for office no more, and they sent Tom Holman in. Yo, this is a united spot. This is a support.
Is this really necessary, guys?
You're damn right it's necessary, you lying sack of shit.
Governor Waltz, or should I say former candidate Waltz.
More like piece of shit, Waltz.
You backed out of the race, but you're not getting away with this.
We're gonna expose your lies, you tampon-loving motherfucker.
The president and I are here to get the truth out. So.
But I told you the truth! Shut up, stupid! You didn't tell us the truth! You told us lies!
What's your name?
Timothy James Waltz!
That's a lie and you know it.
Sorry, my name is Little Bitch! Alright, that was an easy one. Now the real stuff. Fraud, Timmy. Have you been cooking the books in Minnesota?
No.
Have you been diverting funds? Rigging elections?
No, Mr. President, everything's clean. There's no fraud here.
The machine says otherwise, Tim. Yeah, we've got audits, whistleblowers, and proof of the millions you siphoned off.
Did you commit fraud, Tim?
Yes or no?
It was just oversights. It wasn't intentional.
Oversights? That's what scumbag Democrats say when they're caught. You're draining Minnesota dry and you know it, you son of a bitch!
Tell me about the cover-up.
What about him?
You buried the evidence, didn't you? Shredded files and silenced your people?
No, I didn't. There's no cover-ups. I'm being as transparent as I can be.
Transparent? We have deleted emails. You coerced your staff, you sick fuck.
Okay, fine. I made some adjustments to protect the team, but nothing criminal, I swear.
You protected your team?
You protected yourself, you lying f***.
Tell me about the riots, Tim.
What about them?
You let Minnesotans burn down the state to distract your fraud, didn't you?
No, I swear.
You incited violence as a smokescreen to hide your corruption.
Yeah.
You twisted f***.
I called in the guard. It was a peaceful protest.
Peaceful? Your city's on fire and you delayed action. Admit it. You encouraged the chaos to bury your scandals.
It wasn't encouragement. I just let it play out. I mean, the media frenzy helped shift the focus, that's all.
Shift the focus? You mean cover your ass? And that Anne Frank comment? Comparing your opponents to Nazis? That was a cheap shot to hide your mess, you lace curtain motherfucker.
It was just rhetoric. I didn't mean to divide anyone.
Rhetoric? It was deliberate division, Tim. Just like Renee Good running over an ICE officer.
You spun that tragedy to distract from your fraud, didn't you? And then you amplified it in the press to bury your investigation. That was a horrible accident. I mean, I mourned publicly.
Mourned? More like exploited it. You pushed the narrative to rile up the crowds, and then to cover your criminal tracks. Admit it, Tim.
Okay, we highlighted it to dominate the headlines, and it kept the fraud off the front page.
And pretty resisted arrest from an ICE officer? Another incident you weaponized.
But it was about justice, not a distraction.
Justice? You don't know what the meaning of justice is, you bitch! Yeah, you twisted these events to fuel the riots and hide your fraud empire, Tim. Lives have been ruined and cities burned down, all so you could skate free, you punk bitch!
Alright, I did it! All the fraud, embezzling millions, I mean...
What else?
Cover-ups, destroying evidence. I incited the riots by dragging my feet and letting chaos erupt to bury it. I mean, I used Renee Good's incident and Prentice's resistance to amp up the anger to keep everyone from seeing my crime. Even the Anne Frank smear was to divide and conquer. I lied about everything, okay?
I knew it. Thanks for finally being honest.
Okay, so what happens now? I've come clean. I've dropped out of the race. Can you cut me a deal so I can live a quiet life with no prison?
Cut you a deal?
Yeah, I mean, technically I'm above the law. I shouldn't have to have any accountability for my crimes.
See, that's the problem right there. No accountability.
So? Can you cut me a deal?
Sure, I'll cut you a deal.
Right after you serve your life sentence, you motherfucker.
Cuff 'em, boys.
No!
Yeah. Internet is undefeated, man. Undefeated. All right, let's get into I'm gonna do two of these with this Fani Willis shit. This is this Nate the lawyer? Yeah. It might be paralegal. What's going on? Why ain't my shit playing?
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, y'all, today we're going to be talking about your girl, Fani Willis. And we're going to be talking today about, y'all, how she may very well be disbarred. That means she would lose her lawyer license. That means not only would she have to lose her job as prosecutor in Fulton County, Georgia, but she wouldn't be able to be a lawyer in Georgia at all anymore. And likely, once you're disbarred, you probably can't get a license in any other state either, y'all. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the conditions surrounding this and how I think some of the people looking at this case may be missing one big reason that if Fani is required to pay back $17 million out of her budget to the Trump RICO defendants, really, if she's required to pay back anything, even $50, even $25, if she's required to pay anything back, I think that strongly strengthens the case for her disbarment as a lawyer in Georgia and could very well result in her, like I said, losing her job and losing her ability to practice nationwide. I think some people are not necessarily putting this together, but I'm going to put it all together for you today. This is not a far-fetched conclusion, in my opinion. Again, if her office is required to pay back any money to Trump or the other defendants, I think that validates the idea that she could be disbarred. So let's take a look at it.
But before we do, y'all, you know that we are a paralegal school. If you've been watching our program now, you know that we've been around for 23 years. You know that we help people get going in the paralegal field. You know that we've helped.
Says the prosecutor in a criminal case shall, and then it outlines A through I of things that they have to do to remain in the good graces of the state bar. And number one is they shall refrain from prosecuting a charge that the prosecutor knows is not supported by probable cause. Now, you may be saying, oh, there it is. That's the answer. They did something that was not supported by probable cause. Well, there's an argument to be made there because Pete Skandalakis did say in his memo attached to his motion to dismiss the case that he did feel like there were some charges in there that should never have been brought. But the response, if I am Fani Willis or Nathan Wade, is, yeah, but I got it past the grand jury. It was.
I've cited her YouTube channel numerous times here. Y'all, I will leave a link in the description. Here she's saying in her video that she doesn't necessarily think that anything that Fani has done or any of the actions that we know about rises to the level of disbarment. Okay, so that was the first clip. I'm going to play another clip here shortly. But I want to play this from the news as well. This is something that I was pointing out for many, many weeks at this point, and then other people seem to either have come to the same conclusion or picked up on it. Take a look at this. Now, this is what I want you to hold in your head. There, Ms. Grout said that just putting the charges on Trump does not seem to have been prosecutorial misconduct because Fani, after all, did get an indictment. So the charges, even if they were politically motivated, she was able to move them far enough along to be able to defend her position of bringing the charges in the first place. Okay, so let's just say that's the case. Let's say she won't be disbarred only for the charges. Okay, so we'll get rid of that for the moment. But did she do anything else wrong that could result in disbarment? Did she do anything wrong? Let's take a look.
Well, that's the $17 million question. 13 defendants in this criminal case, including President Donald Trump, say they should qualify for reimbursement under a new state law that applies in cases where charges are dismissed. So they've filed hundreds and hundreds of pages and receipts in hopes of getting their money back. But that'll be up to Judge Scott McAfee to decide whether they qualify and if so, how much they'll get. So the new state law says it's only possible in a dismissed criminal case where the prosecutor is disqualified for misconduct. Here, DA Willis and her office were removed because of a, quote, appearance of impropriety. And several attorneys are raising questions about whether an appearance is enough to meet that standard.
So here is what I've been saying for weeks, y'all. Fani was taken off of the Trump case, not due to misconduct, but due to the appearance of impropriety. But if the judge is going to award the attorney's fees back to Trump and or the other defendants, he will have to follow the law. And the law says misconduct. So essentially, if the judge were to return the attorney's fees, that means he has found that there was misconduct or that a previous court had found that there was misconduct, and misconduct absolutely could be the basis for a bar complaint or for disbarment. So maybe not bringing the charges in the first place, that she may be able to justify that, but she can't justify misconduct. You can never justify misconduct. So the return of the attorney's fees by the judge by default indicates misconduct on Fani's part. And of course, misconduct can be the basis of a bar complaint and disbarment. I mean, if misconduct weren't a basis of disbarment, then what would be?
Also, with regard to their personal conduct, again, distasteful, yes. In my personal view, improper and prosecutorial misconduct, yes, to a level in my view. However, I don't see that as something that's going to rise to the level of the state bar getting involved and then moving all the way to disbarment. And we need to also remember that in February of 2024, a watchdog group did try to file a complaint with the bar with regard to Fani and Nathan and their behavior. And as far as I can tell from my research, it was not successful. I say that because I can't find anything on it other than some news articles saying that it was filed. And that says to me that the bar took the complaint, the bar looked into the complaint, and the bar decided not to proceed. So.
All right, cool. So That's them directly going at Fani and her office, but at this on this, but simultaneously, FBI just raided the entire Fulton County election office today, and they are flipping out. Shout out to AV to the seventh power. She covered some of that earlier. Let me load that up, and we'll go over that.
Here I am editing more videos for all of you guys to watch, and then all of a sudden I get a headline that says that Fulton County has been raided by the FBI. What? Ballots used on...
About 1:30.
All right, let's go. So this Fulton County just got that's Fani Willis's county, where all the supposed election fraud was going on. FBI just raided them today, and Tulsi Gabbard was down there in person
This afternoon, and we've watched FBI agents going in and out, mainly from their evidence recovery team, looking for records likely related to the 2020 election, according to Fulton County officials. So I want you to take a look behind me. This is where the FBI has set up crime scene tape. In the last couple of minutes, they pulled up a giant enterprise rental moving van where they could bring out some of that evidence to put into that truck and start bringing it. Now, they have several of those large enterprise trucks, presumably to bring evidence. We see people walking out the doors now, but they have been inside all day looking for evidence possibly related to the 2020 election. Now, we know the DOJ had filed a lawsuit in December that asked Fulton County for all used and void ballots, stubs of all ballots, signature envelopes, and corresponding envelope digital files. That could possibly be what they're here looking for today. But again, they've really just been going in and out of the building, setting up their crime scene tape.
Chat, this is planned, this was orchestrated and executed. I have a really good friend of mine that works for the FBI, and nothing they do is unplanned or not orchestrated. The fact that this is being done and executed right now, it shows that this has been planned for a really long time.
What we do know, who's allowed in the building? Anyone with a Fulton County badge. That includes Chairman Rob Pitts. That includes some of the county commissioners. The people who've been kept out so far are those state elected officials. They've been allowed slightly in, but not all the way. We spoke with some of them who said they were trying to get answers inside, but they're just not sure. We've also seen several members of the state election board that's also been asking questions about the 2020 election, going in and out. They're all trying to figure out what the FBI is looking for, what's going on. Again, there's no evidence that the 2020 election was stolen or wrong in Georgia, but that could be what they're looking for. But we'll continue updating you as we learn more. Live in Union City, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, a lot of questions surrounding this, Grace. Thank you so much. Our Chase Howell also live on the scene there. Chase, you actually saw some local and state leaders show up to this election building. Can you paint a picture for us?
Yeah, Faith, I did. So I've seen the Fulton County Chairman, Rob Pitts, along with the Fulton County Clerk, Shay Alexander. I did see some board members with the Georgia State of Elections, along with about 5 Democratic lawmakers. Now, I want you to take a listen to what one senator, a Democratic senator at that, along with a board member who has 2 very different outlooks on this.
This is extremely alarming. I think Fulton County and Georgia in general are tired of being the...
Okay, so this is old boy panicking, but I want you to see the 𝐇𝐎𝐏𝐄s and the old Democratic Negro. They acting like they guilty, bro. Look at this.
Obviously concerned about once the ballots leave here, what will happen to the ballots, and our lawyers are going to be working on that. They are working on that as we speak right now. Let me just speak to the larger issue about what this is really all about. This is a scare tactic. This is something that we have seen done before. This is to instill fear and chaos, something that, our officials at the national level are doing on a daily basis. And this is not a surprise for us here in Fulton County. This is meant to make people afraid to go to the polls because midterm elections are going to be so crucial to course correcting what is going.
I mean, last time I voted in Fulton County, like in the Buckhead area, everything was okay. When I had my ballot, I was like, I don't want anybody to see it.
So instead of taking care of people who are dying in the streets of Minnesota, they're here in Fulton County trying to get ballots from 2020.
that have been in storage for now 6 years from when it was found that there was no problems with the 2020 election. That Fulton County run.
Yeah, they got away with the civil. So Trump and the Justice Department and FBI came back with a criminal investigation, and they got a judge to sign off on it.
Runs excellent elections, and that is the fear, that Fulton County will again run an excellent election in 2026. It just won't turn out the way that they want it to. So this is a matter of what we've seen, the old tactics just coming back up again, resurfacing as something new, which it is not, and very predictable. The best thing you can do as a voter, I can do as a voter, what we all can do as a voter is protect your own vote. Don't get scared by these things. There's an election in May for a primary, and there's an election in November, and we should all turn out, no matter what party you are voting for, to protect the right to vote in America. This is not just about Fulton County. Fulton County is right now the target, the only county right now fighting over an election that already happened, but it is coming to a place near you. This is the beginning of the chaos of 2026 that is about to ensue. So if we are starting this early in January, you can only imagine what is.
Yo, she sounds stressed as hell, bro.
Going to happen in October. So we need to be vigilant. We need to protect our rights to vote. No matter who you want to vote for, we need to do that. And that's what we're here to do today. So Commissioner Arrington is here. Did you want to?
You know, this is absolutely crazy. A judge has sealed these records. Judge McBurney has these records under seal. They have filed a lawsuit seeking the exact same records and were denied access in that lawsuit. And because they were denied access in the civil lawsuit, they are now serving a criminal search warrant.
And who's the defendant?
And the criminal search warrant is under seal.
Right.
So we don't even know who the target of the investigation is. This is nothing but sowing the seeds of distrust, right? This is a full frontal attack on democracy. This is a code red in America, in Fulton.
Yo, why do all these old Negroes sound exactly the same with that old Reverend Al Sharp, with that old Reverend Al Sharpton tone? Yo, they are mad paranoid. FBI took 700 boxes of ballots and sealed documents. Bro, they about to blow the whole lid off this. They didn't even see this coming. And this is right after they had Fani Willis under pressure.
County, we've seen it in Minneapolis, and now we're seeing it here in Fulton County. We must do everything that we can to protect the right to vote. These records are under seal. Judge McBurney has not issued an order opening these records or allowing these records to be viewed by the government. And until and unless he enters such an order, these records should not be seen or viewed by anyone. And so we're thankful to have our partners here from the state standing with us, because this again is a full frontal attack on democracy. And certainly,
you know what? I mean, let me just say that we are going to, if there's a question of, are we going to take all legal action to make sure that, this, what I consider to be an assault on voters. This is an assault on your vote. So I think that, Marvin is an attorney. I'm an attorney. We are all trying to figure out.
Yo, this is a massive, and it's all 𝐷𝐿. Let me show you who was in charge of the custodian of the ballots. Yo, it's all 𝐷𝐿's. So you got Fani Willis and all these 𝐷𝐿's and one old fried chicken Negro. Yo, Trump is slowly kicking a hole in this Democratic Party stronghold and their whole money laundering and cheating conspiracy they got going on. Look at this big back Keisha. This is the big back Keisha that was in charge of the ballots with everything sealed. What you will call it? And I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna find something suspicious about this election. People going to jail.
Alexander, who's been dealing with this all day because the records are under her chain of custody.
Madam Clerk, can you talk about what it was like to see these agents?
Not at this time. I can't.
Can you tell us?
I'm still processing it. I came out to go to the store to get some water and saw my colleagues and wanted to say hi. I'm just trying to get my staff some water right now. That's all I can do.
What's going on in your mind right now, Clerk?
I don't know what's going on.
So I'll say this: the first warrant was to the elections hub, which was incorrect, and so that had to be sent back, and they had to get a new warrant directed to the Clerk of Superior Court, Madam Shea, because she is the holder of the archives from the elections. And so apparently they have now done that. They're now going in there. My question is, I want to make sure that there is a full and complete inventory, because these are the original voting records, original absentee ballots, right? And so once that stuff leaves our custody, where's the chain of custody? Once it leaves our control, how can we know if we're going to get everything back? How can we know if they might do something mischievous?
We won't, and we don't know.
They're taking pallets. We're not doing any inventory. We don't even know what they're taking.
The ballots are on pallets because because Fulton County.
Shay left. Shay left the conversation. She said, I came out here to get some water for me and my team.
County runs great elections, and elections from 2020.
Corey said, fix your towel, ninja. Exactly, bro. They all got that look, don't you? Like when me and Saul made up that joke about the archetype, like about the old Negro. It's because they all look the same. They all speak the same, and they time has come, bro. Like this whole thing is over, man. The old black Democrat, and look, and true to form, look, it's all bro. This I be saying. This is all Keisha's, bro. It's all Keisha's. Look, it's nothing but Keisha's. Two old Negroes. You seen the one big back Keisha, then you got Fani Willis on top of it, bro. When they get to the bottom of this, man, these Keishas is going to jail. Trump doing the job for us, man, getting these Keishas in line. You see they getting the Karens in line too.
Money would already be archived, sealed, put in boxes, put on pallets, and secured.
Bro, don't she sound stressed? Let me just put it this way. The election is over. Y'all counted the votes, everything's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like if who won, why you care if they want to audit the joint or not? You know what I'm saying? Like if everything on the up and up, why is you panicked? You will hold a press conference like I don't know why the FBI down here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything's on the up and up. And I welcome them to audit and can do as many recounts as they want. We already passed the audit, but see, the audit they did was an internal audit with the state. You see what I'm saying?
They wouldn't just be boxes floating around allowed to be accessed. So they already are on pallets, and they're removing the whole pallets. So how can we then inventory what they're taking? You can only see what is happening on the outside of the pallet. You would not be able to see on the inside what the boxes are on the pallets. This is intentional because it's criminal versus civil. The seal is a civil case. They came and brought a criminal case. So that is why it's not connected. And that's what the lawyers are working on right now. What do we do next? And we have there's a band of lawyers right here working on it all. It's intentional for people to be in office who have the skills to deal with these things. And all of us are trying to come together.
Yo, she sounds stressed, bro. Yo, she sounds stressed out.
Emotional damage.
They like, man, we was at lunch and then the Fed swooped in. Yo, what up, MC Recovery, man? I be seeing you streaming, man. I see you getting it in, man. Keep it up. You actually getting really good, too. You funny, man. Keep it up. MC Recovery, man. if you guys ain't subscribed to him, definitely subscribe to my man, man. He be I be seeing you streaming, man. I like what you doing, man. You keep it up. And I gotta go over to your channel tomorrow and reshare some of your streams, bro. Yo, salute Relapse and Recovery, man. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this joint. And what you call it? You know what? Actually, let me do this. Yo, you know the Somali girl that did the Jussie Smollett joint yo, they not playing around, bro. That she did the joint that she got attacked and detained by ICE. Yo, straight up, this is yo, bro. Don't she seem yo? They are stressed, especially this one. Especially, bro, the one doing all the talking is always the guiltiest, right? He said you can't talk your way out of this one, Keisha. Hell no, man. Hell no. Yo, just the whole nature of this press conference, the fact that she sounds so pressed like this is crazy, bro. Look at this old ninja's face. So you know the bruh, you know the Somali chick that did the Jussie Smollett shit, right? And she bruh. She had the fake band-aid on her head and all that. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Yo, it turned out that she had attacked ICE earlier, like recently or earlier or whatnot, right? And she was stupid enough to do that goddamn press conference, bro, all in 1 week. Yo, they just swooped down on everybody, right? The bananas and rice Somali, the most horrible press conference she could have done, the bananas and rice joint. But Justice Department, Pam Bondi arrested that chick, perp walked her.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. She sound retarded. Yo, she sound retarded, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, cuz. Yo. I gotta give it a
Let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
It's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice.
Bananas and rice. Bro, you can't make this shit up. Yo, the memes on this shit is crazy. I posted one of the memes on the community tab. They got Trump feeding the bananas and rice cereal. Yo, that shit is funny as hell, cuz. Yo.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yeah, bro, she's so special, man.
You know, people don't really see like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
No, no, we don't get what you mean. We gonna have to play that back again. Yeah, that's her. And notice she ain't got the Band-Aid on her head. There's no mark. There's no mark. There's no scar where the Band-Aid would have been.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural.
Bruh. Yeah. Yo, Red Sigma said never use a toilet after a Somali. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy work, son. That's crazy work.
Emotional damage.
I'm gonna take your word for it on that one, Cash. Yeah, man. Yeah, she got the poor little tink tink joint. That's the poor little tink tink joint.
Fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
No, we're not. We definitely are not going to get what you mean. Sorry. That's definitely not happening. Yo, the memes on that one, and the memes on that one is crazy. She's not getting she she is not getting any type of grace on that. They are tearing her up on the internet. Bro, the internet is the gift that keep on giving. Internet is the gift that keep on giving. Hold on. Bang. He said she got the little she got the little penny band-aid. Yo, y'all niggas is funny as hell, cuz. Yo. Alright, let's do this. Let me get rid of that. Since yo, I don't know if y'all on the community tab, you know, we got some bots and everything. We got some bots. They always doing that, like release the Epstein files, and it's like, bruh, they did. They did release them joints, homie. And they got your boy Bill Clinton all over there. He's the star. He's the star. Everybody quiet about that, right? And they not playing. So Bill and Hillary have both been subpoenaed to give testimony. Yeah, Penny from Good Times. Penny from Good Times was cute. Penny from Good Times was cute. Old girl got the melon dome going on. That shit ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't popping. Her head bigger than lead attorney, John.
Wake up in the house, I look up, I see girls everywhere. I see bells everywhere. I see scales everywhere. I see hair and everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. Girls everywhere. I see bells everywhere. I see scales everywhere. I see hair and everywhere. I get mail everywhere.
My nigga.
Yeah, man. So they've been subpoenaed, and Hillary and Clinton and Bill like, man, we ain't testifying to nothing. So it's looking like they might be trying to hold old Bill and Hillary in contempt of Congress. Now, I don't know if there's any repercussions for that shit, but I find it highly suspicious. You don't find that suspicious that they don't want to testify, especially since the Democrats was all up in arms about having the Epstein files released. And like I said, you know, Trump was like, well, I ain't in them joints. I don't give a damn. Release them joints. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And like we've been saying, if there was anything in them, they had the Epstein files the entire time Biden was in power. His entire term of presidency. So if there was anything really incriminating on Trump and them Jones, they would have been used it. They'd have tried to lock him up, get him off the ballot. They even tried to kill him 3 times, hit him once with a bullet. Like, if there was anything in them goddamn Epstein files with Trump, we would have heard about it by now. This shit a smokescreen. But what is not a smokescreen is all the pictures of Bill and in the hot tub and everything. And now all of a sudden, him and Hillary don't want to testify. So this is they Bill and Hillary Clinton contempt of Congress vote.
Capitol Hill, the House Oversight Committee has voted to hold former President Bill Clinton and his wife, former First Lady Hillary Clinton, in contempt of Congress. Several Democrats on the committee went along with Republicans on those resolutions. The Clintons are refusing to give depositions concerning the investigation into the late financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. We get details tonight from Chief Congressional Correspondent Chad Pergram.
Two extraordinary votes as the House Oversight Committee voted to hold the former president and Secretary of State in contempt of Congress.
Subpoenas are not mere suggestions. He's not above the law.
Massachusetts Democrat Ayanna Pressley was one of 9 Democrats who voted for contempt.
I just focused on the survivors. We want to hear from anyone that has information. That should not be limited to party lines.
See that? I didn't said this before. Have y'all noticed it? That there's all these bald black women walking around, like they security for Black Panther or something. You know what I'm saying? This is telling, though. The fact that you got a 𝐊𝐘𝐒 Democrat voting to hold Hillary and Bill in contempt. That means the Clintons that made some enemies, because they got a lot of Democratic votes on this contempt of Congress thing. It also tells you what, Bill and Hillary don't have as much power in the Democratic Party no more.
Some Democrats predict that potentially prosecuting a former president will backfire.
If we launch criminal contempt proceedings, we will not hear from the Clintons. That is a fact. They will be tied up in court.
The Clintons ducked multiple depositions as part of the Epstein probe, but Comer believes they can't skip out forever.
I think the Clintons probably are thinking more about how they can get out of this today than they were for the last 5 months, because the court of public opinion is not on the Clinton side.
The former president often traveled with Jeffrey Epstein, appearing with him in pictures. Democrats claim Republicans focused on the Clintons to divert attention from releasing all Epstein documents.
Yeah. So for all y'all cloud watchers, if it's any of y'all that's leaving or to release the Epstein files on the community tab, if you're not a bot, here's your Epstein coverage here on the channel. What's up with your boy Bill and Hillary now that some of the files have been released?
It's about protecting one man, Donald J. Trump.
Some Democrats believe the committee should target someone else.
The only person who should be held in contempt right now is Pam Bondi. We need to be released.
Pam Bondi? How does that even make sense? She released what she released, and they got a whole bunch of Bill and Hillary in it.
These files.
But at least one Democrat casts a broader net.
We should hold everybody in contempt that had anything to do to cover this up.
Now the full House votes on contempt for the Clintons next month. Comer says the committee interviews Ghislaine Maxwell virtually in early February. Brett?
And Jack, quickly, the House and Senate have a lot to do, but we have this massive snowstorm coming our way.
Yeah, we're hearing some chatter that the House might try to wrap up everything tomorrow. They're supposed to be in Friday, maybe get people out of town by Friday. They have to vote on spending bills. And then the question is, does the Senate maybe give back some time early next week because members can't get into town? The government funding deadline is January 30th.
Yeah, we'll be watching a chat program live on Capitol Hill. Chad, thanks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
All right, bet. I want to do this one too, because this is technology. Quiet as kept. Palantir. If you guys buy stocks, I would advise you to buy Palantir on the low. Their stock be spiking, but they've got all of these government contracts, and Palantir is going to map all the data of the future, especially when it comes to intelligence and even some surveillance of American citizens, etc. They're going to blow like Tesla. Let me see. Red Sigma says, I'm not digging I'm not digging this people of color Washington. Oh yeah. MC Recovery says, wow, they may have Clinton ringleader kind of stuff. SMH. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Clinton, what did they say? Clinton flew to the island, what, 24 times? Dirty Bill is done. Oh, Slick Willie is slippery, more slippery than a ball of oil. You guys do not forget, this man got some dome in the Oval Office and got reelected. You feel me? Got reelected. So yeah, the Clintons. This is close to the end of a dynasty type thing. You feel me? But Palantir. I want to do this segment of Palantir because Palantir got the go-ahead to unleash its AI models, etc., into the SBA. Quiet as kept, and remember, Elon's back on board. I think by the time Trump is done, they're going to refurb as many of these government systems, SBA and program, so that all of this slipping through the cracks type stuff ain't going to be able to happen. So let's do this segment.
Investigations into the fraud of Minnesota. Even the Small Business Administration involved as well, using advanced computing to help track it all down.
The agency has already suspended nearly 7,000 Minnesota-based borrowers related to the COVID-era Paycheck Protection Program and SBA's economic injury disaster loans, and more may be on the horizon.
For more.
So the Trump administration has turned Palantir loose on the Minnesota SBA. And if you don't know what Palantir does, Palantir has a lot of government contracts, and they've been finding terrorists and mapping weapon systems. They map data. They've got a whole bunch of models: Apollo, Gotham, etc. Quiet Storm's worked with one of their models, but they can track data and all the interrelational data points, et cetera, and start mapping profiles and stuff like that. So they're turning Palantir loose on the Minnesota SBA. It's a wrap, bro.
Let's bring in Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Administrator, fantastic to see you in person. So we hit the numbers. 6,900 borrowers suspended, about $400 million in alleged fraud. We want to see jail time for these people as well. Is that on the way?
Look, this is in the future. There's handcuffs and jail time coming, because what we saw when we dug into it, it didn't take long when we scratched the surface within 2 days to find $3 million worth of fraud. Then it accumulated up to $430 million, 7,000 fraudulent borrowers.
Damn. Whoa, yo, the Democrats' money laundering infrastructure is immense. Because you remember Doge knocked out USAID early, but they still got these money laundering joints set up in all these sanctuary city states. All the fake loans and everything, and that money getting funneled back up to candidates and to the party. They turning Palantir loose into the SBA computer networks. Let's see what they find, man. I've said this before. Trump is the first president to make full use of all of the modern technology and AI, and upgrading and putting checks and balances on all these old legacy government systems. Because that's how they've been able to steal and get away with everything. This one is SBA enlists Palantir to investigate alleged fraud in Minnesota.
That's in one state. So we're getting to work, taking a deeper dive. We're sending those files over to federal law enforcement for prosecution, and then we're going on to the next state. And we're going to continue to follow through on this because this is pandemic era fraud that the Biden administration tried to sweep under the rug, and it took money from deserving Main Street businesses. And we know how hard our small businesses work. They make up 99% of all the businesses in all of our states across the country.
And you've got a new way to kind of track the fraud or find the fraud. Is this sort of like an AI enabled? I'm very interested in that because that was kind of the promise of DOGE, right? Get better at rooting out the bad guys, and that's helping you in this.
Well, that's right, Brian. Look, DOGE was a really important initiative because it was data driven. It allowed us who run agencies to come in, have the information at our fingertips that we need, and then to make those decisions based on data. And the same goes for fraud. We need the data to detect the fraud. The SBA is one of the largest lenders in the federal government. In fact, we're connected to 5,000 banks. We have all the lending data. We're able to use that to connect it through Palantir and to drive that investigation much more quickly because we owe this to the American people. We owe it to them now. We know they want to see people locked up and we want to get there.
The SBA is also working with the Department of War to end the quote, oldest DEI program in the federal government. It's 8A, the socially and economically disadvantaged contractor program. Like, tell us more about that and what you're doing with Secretary Hegseth.
Look, 8A, Secretary Hegseth is exactly right. I'm really proud to partner with Pete and GSA, other federal agencies who are leading the charge in investigating the 8A socially and economically disadvantaged contracting program. It's about $40 billion worth of annual contracting. These are pass-through companies, shell companies, people who hide behind someone that say there's something that they're not. This program should not exist in its current format. The Biden administration expanded the limits from 5% of federal contracting to 15%. It grew out of control. We announced a 15-year look-back audit. It's a 45-year-old program that has never been audited. We are auditing it now, and there's going to be more news breaking on this soon.
Okay, so talk about the company.
You want to break it here before? Wait, you want to break?
Yes, sorry.
It's not ready for prime time, but we'll go there.
Okay.
We'll go there soon.
Okay.
Okay,
Yo, shout out Quiet Storm in the goddamn building. In the goddamn building. He says, from Berlin, he said, good morning, everyone. Cheers from Berlin. Do I hear Palantir? Yes, sir. I'm doing a full Palantir segment. So Trump has told them to unleash Palantir into the SBA systems and the fraud allegations in Minnesota. And if they've turned Palantir on it, it's a wrap because Palantir has been being used to track terrorists for years. They've got multiple government contracts. I was saying earlier that if you can grab yourself some Palantir stock and buy and hold, Palantir is going to go through the roof, just like Tesla. And I believe SpaceX is about to go public soon too. But Tesla stock is going to go through the roof once the Optimus Android goes online, because that's going to be the first and consumer model Android on the market. It's going to be pretty much like an appliance, and I think it's coming in at $30,000. So if you look at Boston Dynamics, their flagship models were Spot and Atlas, and Spot starts off at $150K and up. Atlas is probably like $300K. So if Tesla's able to mass produce Androids and have them as an appliance at a $30,000 price point, it's a wrap, bro. Like, they're going to be the first $1 trillion company. Like I said, SpaceX is set to go, from what I'm hearing, to go public. Brother Zeke in the building. What's up, y'all? Hey, guys, I posted something in the members section and the and on Patreon, man, we are having a fundraiser for the channel, man. We got like a serious problem that we need to solve by February 10th, or it's not looking pretty. We never asked for money, but we're about $600 short. Shout out to No News and 𝐷𝐿 for the cash apps tonight. I already sent the money where it's supposed to go, man. Really appreciate y'all. Like, yeah, we're in a tight spot. 𝐷𝐿 says, I mean, yeah, Houston, we have a problem. Yeah, we're short, and it's got to get solved by first week in February. International Quiet Storm says, Palantir will detect all that fraud before March. Gentlemen, buy that stock, especially now that they have cut a deal with Lumen. Exactly. Palantir software and models are a beast. And Quiet Storm would know because he's actually worked with one of them. Yo, Quiet Storm is like, bro, Quiet Storm is appropriate. Like, I'm in class 7 with him, the AWS and 7.5. This man can build. He'd be spinning these projects up like it's nobody's business. It's nothing to sneeze at. Red Sigma says, Musk has quietly wired himself into the nation's cell service. Yo, I'm still waiting for that goddamn Tesla phone to drop. Yeah, but once again, man, salute to 𝐷𝐿 and No News for the cash apps tonight for the fundraiser, man. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, we've been doing this for like 3 years. We never asked for money, but we really need it this time.
Got your ass.
All right, bet. Let's finish up with this Palantir segment.
We're very interested in this. We want to know more about 2026, what small businesses can expect this year from SBA. And I hope you'll tell us a little bit more about how they can expect the government to not waste taxpayer money on people who don't deserve it.
Well, look, first of all, this investigation into fraud is an all-of-government approach under President Trump because the Biden administration refused to do it. And I think this is one of the great victories of the first year in the Trump administration is we are cracking down on fraud, and there are going to be penalties, fines, prosecutions. But more importantly, 2026, this year, small businesses across this country are spring-loaded. And I've walked factory floors from Maine to Alaska. I'll have been in 10 states this year already by the end of this week. Small businesses are grateful for the tax cuts, for the tariffs, for deregulation. And now they're talking about the need for a skilled workforce because they're so spring-loaded to hire and ready to go because the tax cuts were really rocket fuel for Main Street. And President Trump is a businessman. He has common sense. He knew what it was going to take to get this economy kick-started. He brought prices down. We're just getting started. Still a lot more to do there. But what we're looking at now is a 2026 that is going to be one for the record books.
Is there one headwind that you hear about from them? And I'm like, just as an example, interest rates, longer term interest rates have, at least today, have started heading in the wrong direction.
Well, look, today's one day does not a track record make, but more importantly, access to capital is really the lifeblood of small business. It's what they need. And so when interest rates are artificially high, as they are now, because inflation's falling, price levels are down, businesses want to invest. In fact, the SBA put out record capital in 2025. We did it with 52% reduction in our workforce, and small businesses want to invest and grow. So those interest rates coming down are going to be critical. The deregulatory effort that's underway is going to be huge for small business because Biden added trillions of regulations to small business.
You know, I want to play 20 questions on what that big announcement is, and I know we don't have time for it now, but I hope you bring it back to us because we love in this program more than anything else rooting out fraud. It's personal at this point, I would say, as a Minnesotan.
Absolutely. Yes. In fact, I call waste, fraud, and abuse, I call it lying, cheating, and stealing because that's what it is. In the American.
Yo, International Choir Association, Red Sigma, your musty deodorant videos be cracking me up at work. Yeah, shout out to Red Sigma, man. He's over 700 subscribers. He should be eligible for Cash Apps now. I mean, for Super Chats now. I don't. We might have to get his watch hours up. But yeah, them tether videos are ridiculously funny. But whatchamacallit, let's do the Democrats are desperate. This is your neck of the woods. It's California, but it's San Francisco, but nonetheless. This is a you know the Democrats are desperate every time. Brother Z said, shout out to the Somali scam king tether takedown. Hey, you got damn right. You got damn right. Oh wait. Matter of fact, some of y'all got in here late. Let's do two breaks. Let's because some of y'all missed this earlier. Let's Tim Wall. They sent Governor Holman in. I mean, they sent Tom Holman in, and Waltz is under investigation for fraud. So they got him and the mayor. So let's do let's do a little comedy joint real quick while we go into this next segment. Shout out to the United Spot. They be killing me with these. This is Trump, Walls, and Tom Holman.
Is this really necessary, guys? You're damn right it's necessary, you lying sack of shit. Governor Waltz, or should I say former candidate Waltz. More like piece of shit, Waltz. You backed out of the race, but you're not getting away with this. We're gonna expose your lies, you tampon-loving motherfucker. President and I are here to get the truth out. So. But I told you the truth! Shut up, stupid! You didn't tell us the truth! You told us lies! What's your name? Timothy James Waltz. That's a lie and you know it. Sorry. My name is Little Bitch. Alright, that was an easy one. Now the real stuff. Fraud, Timmy. Have you been cooking the books in Minnesota? No. Have you been diverting funds? Rigging elections? No, Mr. President, everything's clean. There's no fraud here. The machine says otherwise, Tim. Yeah, we've got audits, whistleblowers, and proof of the millions you siphoned off. Did you commit fraud, Tim? Yes or no? It was just oversights. It wasn't intentional. Oversights? That's what scumbag Democrats say when they're caught. You're draining Minnesota dry and you know it, you son of a bitch! Tell me about the cover-up. What about him? You buried the evidence, didn't you? Shredded files and silenced your people? No, I didn't. There's no cover-ups. I'm being as transparent as I can be. Transparent? We have deleted emails. You coerced your staff, you sick fuck. Okay, fine. I made some adjustments to protect the team, but nothing criminal, I swear. You protected your team? You protected yourself, you lying f***. Tell me about the riots, Tim. What about it? You let Minnesotans burn down the state to distract your fraud, didn't you? No, I swear! You incited violence as a smokescreen to hide your corruption. Yeah. You twisted f***. I called in the guard. It was a peaceful protest. Peaceful? Your city's on fire and you delayed action. Admit it. You encouraged the chaos to bury your scandal. It wasn't encouragement. I just let it play out. I mean, the media frenzy helped shift the focus, that's all. Shift the focus? You mean cover your ass? And that Anne Frank comment? Comparing your opponents to Nazis? That was a cheap shot to hide your mess, you lace-curtain motherfucker. It was just rhetoric. I didn't mean to divide anyone. Rhetoric? It was deliberate division, Tim. Just like Renee Good running over an ICE officer. You spun that tragedy to distract from your fraud, didn't you? And then you amplified it in the press to bury your investigation. That was a horrible accident. I mean, I mourned publicly. Mourned? More like exploited it. You pushed the narrative to rile up the crowds, and then to cover your criminal tracks. Admit it, Tim. Okay, we highlighted it to dominate the headlines, and it kept the fraud off the front page. And pretty resisted arrest from an ICE officer? Another incident you weaponized. But it was about justice, not a distraction. Justice? You don't know what the meaning of justice is, you bitch! Yeah, you twisted these events to fuel the riots and hide your fraud empire, Tim. Lives have been ruined and cities burned down, all so you could skate free, you punk bitch! Alright, I did it! All the fraud, embezzling millions, what else? Cover-ups, destroying evidence. I incited the riots by dragging my feet and letting chaos erupt to bury it. I mean, I used Renee Good's incident and Pretty's resistance to amp up the anger to keep everyone from seeing my crime. Even the Anne Frank smear was to divide and conquer. I lied about everything, okay? I knew it. Thanks for finally being honest. Okay, so what happens now? I've come clean. I've dropped out of the race. Can you cut me a deal so I can live a quiet life with no prison? Cut you a deal? Yeah, I mean, technically I'm above the law. I shouldn't have to have any accountability for my crimes. See, that's the problem right there. No accountability. So? Can you cut me a deal? Sure, I'll cut you a deal. Right after you serve your life sentence, you motherfucker. Cuff 'em, boys. No!
Yo, that's friggin' gold, bro. That is friggin' gold. And somebody said Somali Scam King, didn't they? Hold on, let me pull that up. Let's go. Somali Scam King.
Somali boy count cash, move sneaky. Paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the phone, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somali Scam King, hey. We run that, 8 bill gone, it can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade, Kylo, say, flip it, untangle. Somali Scam King, talk sweet, walk mean. Dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Rebeat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn. Somali Scam King. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali Scam King. Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the street. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charity, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading the charm. Refugee program, we help we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit that shit. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air. Somali Scam King. We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it untangle. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Habibi, sign here. The whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn. Somali Scam King. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Somali Scam King. Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet. Accent every wanna do.
Yo. It don't get better than that, baby. It don't get better than that. Yo, y'all like the new background for the random shit streams? I'll be having to put new themes together for the different shows, the News Desk show, the Sunday show. Yeah, but this is the theme for the random shit streams. I like it. All right, let's get back to it. So like I was saying, the Democrats are desperate when they start bringing up reparations again, man. But bear in mind, wherever you guys are, in California, y'all all got tethers as motherfucking your elected officials. That should just be carrot and a stick shit. But this is recent. Check this out.
Well, new outrage now after San Francisco's Democratic mayor quietly signed a proposed reparations bill. Eligible recipients could receive $5 million checks, but funding for the program remains a question amid San.
So, just peep that in that first sentence. So they signed a proposed bill for reparations. Each person could get up to $5 million per person, but they're trying to find out where the money's going to come from. while billions of dollars have made their way to Somalia and the billions of dollars are already paid out to the illegals. That's why I said half of your reparations money then already been paid out to illegals. And y'all still got these old Negroes out here, these fake Black Panthers and everybody trying to tell you to get up here and fight for the illegals. You know what I'm saying? Or they found money for all these people who aren't even fucking citizens.
San Francisco's historic budget deficit. Well, let's bring in Fix California senior advisor Katie Zakaria. She's also a political analyst and an attorney. And thank you so much for joining us today, Katie.
Good morning.
I'm going to play something. I want to pull something up first of all, because I'm a bit confused about this reparations bill. Here is one of the quotes from the mayor. He said, "I was elected to drive San Francisco's recovery, and that's what I'm focused on every day. We are not allocating money to this fund. With a historic $1 billion budget deficit, we are going to spend our money on making the city safer and cleaner." But then I'm
They be playing in your face, bro.
a bit confused. He announced this bill. He did it in quiet a couple of days before Christmas, and then he says they don't have the money for it. So what's the point of it?
This is truly Nero fiddling while Rome burns. They're at a historic deficit, $1 billion deficit in San Francisco. They can't retain their citizens because it is such a difficult city to live in. They're fleeing at record rates, and yet they're making these empty promises on a reparations bill that can't be funded, and they're not going to allocate funds for to begin with.
You get that? You heard that? You heard? They be playing in your face, bro. That's y'all get for following these old and electing tethers to rule over you. I keep telling y'all, Thanos was right. So they signed a bill that they have no intention of funding, and there's no money for. There is money for illegal immigrants and migrants, though. They're holding up funding a bill that's threatening to shut down the government and stop funding the ICE for illegal immigrants. They're going to write up a bill for you in your face in California with no money allocated for it. They're not going to allocate no money. There's no money. They ought to be playing in your face.
So what are they doing? They're virtue signaling. They're pretending they're trying to bring in new voters. They're trying to give these empty promises to residents of San Francisco, hoping they'll believe the hot air. And meanwhile, what are Republicans doing? What has President Trump done? He's actually delivered historic tax cuts. We're going to start seeing this next year through the One Big Beautiful Bill. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and it's actually going to deliver real results for American people, while those in San Francisco are just literally decimating the city and cannot deliver on anything that they're promising.
Yeah, in fact, you say this is an attempt to get new voters, but also the NAACP also saying it's providing false hopes for people. And this is something they said. They said it will only frustrate, set up, and provide false hopes to Black people in San Francisco, thinking they will get $5 million. There should be some form of cash payment in installments, but $5 million is an arbitrary number. So this is just really an attempt to get their voters.
Bro, let me look. Yo, shout out to the white boy. Yo, bro. You catch that? Did you catch that? Bro, you know it's bad when the local news anchor is calling it straight down the middle, like, this is just pandering. There should be some sort of payout, but then, you know it's bad when the local white boy anchor is like, yo, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. How are they going to do that? They're just pandering for votes, bro. You know it's bad. Zeke said money for musty and time for tethers. Am I right? I'm gonna have to get that Gino drop. Am I right? Yeah, am I right? I'm gonna have to get that Pastor Gino drop.
But it's effectively pulling the wool over their eyes. It's not fair on them at all.
He must be British. Effectively pulling the wool over their eyes. It's not fair at all. Bro, that's bad when a local news anchor calls it like that. Like, this is some bullshit. They offering reparations. They don't even have the money or a budget for it. Yo, that's just...
Right, and they're banking on an uninformed electorate. They're hoping that they can give this false promise, bring in new voters, and then
Bro, why? Yo, y'all catching this? Why are these two? I don't know, who is she. She is. K. Okay, okay. She's a senior advisor in college. You got two Caucasians up in here making FBA arguments and making them quite well, by the way. Bro, we in a brave new world. Yeah, shout out Gino Jennings. International Quiet Storm said there will still be people, short bus people, enough to vote for these politicians too. California is that dumb. You guys still got Gavin, and you got that old bald-headed mayor down there. You liberals be voting at your own risk.
not deliver what's asked of them. And this is on top of the historic $1.6 trillion deficit and unrealized liabilities in California. They don't have money and they don't have time to play around any longer. And that is also on top of the fact that California was never a slave-owning state to begin with. So all of these things that they're doing are just, again, false promises, hoping people do not understand what's actually happening.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I mean, have y'all noticed that a lot of these white people are well informed on this reparations argument? They be making some of the better arguments than some of the black people who aren't tethers that are against reparations. And like I said, the two best reparations arguments I've ever heard was one, the legal argument laid out by Dennis Sperling, and then Tito's got a novel argument regarding compensation via Jim Crow, and they're well reasoned out arguments. And I'm going to tell you the canary in the coal mine. Here's the thing: the fact that so many billions of dollars were spent on illegal immigrants of every ethnicity coming across the border during the Biden 4-year administration, and how much money was funneled to Somalia via Minnesota, that completely destroys the whole argument that there's no money for a reparations fund, because they did somehow manage to find all this money for people who aren't citizens. So that in and of itself destroys the no money for any sort of reparations fund. They're basically just saying you voted the wrong people in power to lobby for you, so that's on you. We ain't paying you shit. That's the real dope.
Behind the curtain in California.
And there's more crisis in California as well, with the Congressman Kana ripping into Gavin Newsom's budget. And some people are calling this a potential preview of 2028. And here's what the congressman said. He said, in 2026, I will be working on a bipartisan basis on oversight to request hearings on state governments' high-risk programs, including California, that have led to illegal payments and eligibility errors. I will also work on legislation to call for a full independent audit of California's budget. And so, look, more concerns about the fraud in California, more people looking over there, but what's happening with the infighting there amongst the party?
Well, Ro Khanna is looking to gain national profile. I think he even said that. He's looking at a potential presidential run, so he sees Gavin Newsom as his opponent. But this is what I want. Ro Khanna, if you want to do this audit and look at the funds in California, please go ahead and do it. I will believe it when I see it, because where were you when all of the money was being spent on COVID, all of the fraud, waste, and abuse on the train to nowhere, the boondoggle train to nowhere? Where was he? No, now he's calling Gavin Newsom to account all of a sudden because Gavin Newsom's gaining momentum for a presidential run. And this is also, let's be clear, Ro Khanna has...
Yo, bingo. Quiet storm. There you go, right there. Exactly. Well, Minnesota may be the test run. Minnesota may be the test run. Quiet storm says, where are my comments? Here we go. That's where Palantir needs to go. California congressional budget audit. Well, there's a very good chance Trump might have a surprise for old Gabby boy. because he doesn't like him too much.
Proposed a 5% tax on billionaires in California, a wealth tax, which will drive out some of our most successful Californians to fund illegal immigrant health care that decimated our Medi-Cal budget. So Ro Khanna is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, and I will honestly be so happy if he does audit the $72 billion fraud in California.
That's a lot of money.
So Republicans don't have to.
That's absolutely. Katie,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining.
All right. That is a wrap. We are at the 1 hour, 50-minute mark. Wow, that went fast. Yo, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I just arrived in Colombia on Sunday. We did the Sunday show last minute. I didn't want to miss too many days, so I just been getting settled in. Once again, man, shout out to No News and 𝐷𝐿𝐒 for sending me something for the fundraiser for the channel. I've already sent that where it needs to go. Like I said, guys, we've been on the air for 3 years. We other than asking you to support the streams from time to time, we don't really ask for money, but we are jammed up and we got to get this fixed. But we may not be able to stream for a while. So I'll repost it in the member section and in Palantir. Yeah, we're doing a fundraiser. We're short. We got a serious emergency on our end. We could use you guys' help. Once again, shout out and thank you to 𝐷𝐿𝐒 in particular and No News. You guys don't know that shit actually really helped. And that it's already out the door. We're at the 1 hour, 52-minute mark. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to start streaming like once a day, maybe twice. Bring the news desk back probably in a couple weeks after we get over this February issue. We'll make some changes to the channel, man. You can see we're consistently making upgrades. Yo, we appreciate you guys, man. Continue to at me with the mentions if you got dope memes on your community tab so I can repost them. We got the community tab popping with the meme warfare. It is highly effective. I think the meme warfare helped not get Kamala elected because the memes had her looking stupid everywhere. That being said, man, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night and good luck. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Where's Stewie?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.